Hi, my name is Sophia Pimentel. Let's get started. When it comes to online classes, it was the biggest struggle to get used to some teachers and instructors. My grandparents did not grow up using the internet or using a laptop for homework. Everything was old-fashioned. They were able to buy a new cell phone to have in contact with the daughters, but struggled to learn how to use it. I can't imagine how hard it is for the instructors right now with this new transition. Today, I will be discussing how all California college and university instructors should have a mandatory training to teach online classes. First, I will talk about the problem and that college and university instructors are struggling with online classes and in what areas. Second, I will discuss what caused this problem, which is the deadly virus COVID-19. I will be talking about it more when we approach this topic. Third, I will talk about the solution and final point about how we can help the California college and university instructors get the training they deserve. The problem with online classes can be tough in many areas. Instructors have different struggles when it comes to this. Instructors who are 55 years and older find it more difficult to get used to this new technology. According to Elizabeth Hilbeck on June 18 for the Education Week, a school teacher from Maine said they were not prepared for the quick transition to online schooling as the younger teachers. Ashley A. Smith on March 13, 2020 for EdSource also talks about a professor named Mia McIver from the University of California, Los Angeles, who depended on conversations face-to-face and student interaction in class. Professors and instructors had to figure out other ways to interact with their students online. They had completely changed their style of teaching. It usually takes months to convert an in-person class to online, McIver said. According to Jordan Friedman on May 4, 2020 for U.S. News, a poll stated that students felt like online learning was worse or much worse than in person. Some of the reasons were because of lack of interaction, understanding course expectations, and adapting to unfamiliar technology. Sometimes it's hard for the students to get used to get a hold of the instructor when having a question or needing help. The cause of this quick transition to online classes is a respiratory illness called coronavirus. This virus is so deadly that so far has killed over 18,000 people in California and has infected over 1.01 million people, according to COVID-19.ca.gov on November 12, 2020. COVID-19 has become a worldwide health emergency. The United States placed a stay-at-home order to keep the public safe. Other adults and people who have heart or lung disease and diabetes are more at risk of having serious complications to this virus. According to Swelson Morar and Tony Bizek on March 16, 2020 for the Sacramento Bee, a substitute teacher from Sutterville Elementary School was deep cleaning the school and later on tested positive for COVID-19. That substitute teacher later on died. California and the whole country shut down to stop the spread of COVID-19. Schools have to be shut down to in-person classes to online classes. It's important to not let professors and instructors and teachers go back to in-person classes just yet. What if they test positive? What if they get sick and might not have a chance of surviving? Who would teach the class? It would be extremely difficult to hire new teachers, especially during this pandemic. To help college and university instructors with online teaching, the school should have mandatory online training a week before the schools have closed. According to Carl Adams on April 17, 2020 for USA Today, in South Burlington in Turtle Middle School, teachers were able to get virtual training sessions a week before the school closed. The teacher said it somewhat helped them, yet they wish they had more time with the training. Professors and instructors should have a mandatory online training every week for at least 2 months. If some instructors need more training, then they are welcome to do so. Now, since we have gone through this unexpected transition, all the professors, instructors, and teachers and substitutes should get a mandatory online training as part of their job from now on. In order to have this go into effect, we must contact the California College Chancellor Eloy Ortiz Oakley and Deputy Chancellor Dr. Daisy Gonzalez. We can contact them at ccco.edu. This will help all instructors with this. We can be prepared for the future. To summarize, first we talked about the problem professors and instructors had with online classes. Second, we talked about how the coronavirus changed to in-person to online classes. Last, we talked about how we can be able to help the instructors by having mandatory online training now for the instructors and for the ones in the future. In conclusion, coronavirus has changed the way we work and live. It affected instructors, professors, and students especially. We currently do not know when we'll be able to go back to in-person schooling, but for now we must help the instructors who are trying to help us learn. Thank you for your time.